impressive. Dare say the spirit of the one stronger in you than anyone else I've seen. Even Murga.
Buying or selling?
Made it back safe and sound. That's all you've got to think about right now. Easier said than done, Lena.
Please, I'm busy. Please, I'm busy.
Well, there you are. Been trying my hand at a few bows and such, like you asked. Hope you like what you see. Same to you. Well, there you are. Been trying my hand at a few bows and such, like you asked. Hope you like what you see. Same to you.
honour me with your repeated presence? Something on your mind?
Could be worse, you know.
Glad to see you well.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Until later then.
You eating any of your own fish?
You're kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I've got me a sweet deal. That's all you need to know.
Have you anything that will protect against void waking?
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But void walking? God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is then.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't
Glad to see you well.
work for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking for you let back in silver and myself floor.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Tell me, is there any news?
Nothing good. Void woken are everywhere. Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
I? Yes, yes, of course.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs.
Until later then.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes.
Buying or selling?
Your flesh stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking to Wolf and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
Buying or selling?
You eating any of your own fish?
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
I got me a sweet deal. And that's all you need to know.
In the darkness of the woods, you spot up despite the all too unsettling nearness.
Go on. Step in from the shadows. Let's have a look at the Wanderer. There is much weakness.
He eyes you.
But I know you, don't I? He who has run his fingers along beguiling demon skin. You might say I've a soft spot for royals who dabble with demons. Remember, uneasy lies the head that... But it is not your birthright that makes me take note of you, your majesty. It is your true lineage, more ancient and more powerful even than the empire that fathered you. I know a godwoken when I see one.
He sighs, contentedly it seems, darts his eyes to the
The roads are rather dusty today, aren't they? May I offer you anything to drink?
He pours 2 glasses of wine, hands you one with a polite nod of the...
Cheers.
The echo of your glasses clinking billows through the forest. Disharmonize...
To your very good health, I'm sure. I am Jehan. Above all, I am a demon hunter. Underneath it all, I am what those with a flair for hyperbole call... Of course you quid will...
He point...
Of course, Constant, let me shake your hand. The demons got like... There is my above...
His dark eye...
All you had to do is say no. Here you stand, but I will teach...
Stand back! I know you for what you are. A mere mouthpiece of deception. It is of no... Yes, an advocate of most vulgar, most repellent deception that seeks to bend...
yield to none.
built to nothing.
My, you were rather more astute than my initial verdict. A stirring display of violence, as per our terms. The location...
The lizard leans in close, his rancid breath clogging your throat. As you look into the darkness of his eyes, you see an island. You see the winds that will carry you there.
Now, Woken. We both have what we sought, and thus all guarantees of safety are expired. You need not fear me, but this island hides more dangers than my claws. I recommend you go. But should I find you broken on the beach, it is something of a relic. A relic that has had its spirit defiled by the Black. Now, I have work to do. This place must be cleansed. It must be... Dear me, have you lost your path? Simply choose a direct... Once there... Dear me, have you lost your path? Simply choose a direction and ambulate until you strike the shore. Once there...
sense something nearby.
sense something nearby.
Prepare yourself.
The spirit looks around with wild panic, clawing through its spectral mass with fevered
The demon feeds. The demon feeds from the ring. The demon protects. We must know what the demon protects. The demon has an advocate. The advocate kills. The demon has a secret. We must know the secret.
The spirit's face The tree's spirit embraces its putrid host, an elven ancestor lost to the same demonic disease that infests...
Qui manducad omnio murdus acts, it quot potest etse.
A moment passes, then you feel it. Clarity.
You speak my name. You know my torture. Please, don't judge me for the sickness my roots have spread. I can be free. My soul cleansed. Naivety, stupidity, call it what you want. I wish to put the source within me to good use, and demonology seemed as good a use as any. I meant to summon an imp or two. Instead, I ended up hosting a damned archdemon. The roaring in my head, the craving for living flesh, urges. Good gods, the urges to kill, to hurt. The stronger they became. And then, awake, on an isle I'd never been, encircled by faces I'd never seen, watched by a man I'd never known. They called him Doctor. He shouted strange words, and the demon bellowed. Then, one by one, they fell. I watched my own hands slaughter them. I tried to resist, but I couldn't. And then a final roar, when the demon rushed away and into the only one still standing. The Doctor. That was my last living memory. The demon may be gone, but its disease still infects my roots, birthing evil. I've suffered. The Isle has suffered, but you awakened me from nightmare with a single utterance. My name. How amazing that a name can wield so much power. Remember this lesson when you leave Blood Moon Island. The demon blackens another land now. It possesses the very Doctor that lives. Speak its name, however, and you expose it. You weaken it. You'll know him when you find him. Destroy it, and you free me to the Hall of Echoes. Destroy it. And now come closer. I'll say the demon's name only once.
The spirit's voice is a harsh whisper.
Adramalik.
Seven and all the saints. I ne'er dreamed I'd be grateful to be lying cold on the ground. I'm finally rid of that demon. Finally rid of that bloody voice. Not much more than you've been told, I'm afraid. She made a deal with some mighty dark forces, and now I'm not sure that even my voice knew the terms. It was all very hush.
In the darkness of the woods, you spot a man overlooking a cage that holds creatures crept from a nightmare. Despite the all-too unsettling nearness of these horrors, he looks poised, regal even, and wholly...
Go on. Step in from the shadows. Let's have a look at the wanderer lost in the woods. There is much weakness in Revelation. What upper hand you had...
He eyes you with a sudden intensity.
But he who has run his fingers along pride. Remember that it is not... I know...
He sighed.
The roads are rather dusty today, aren't they? May I offer you any...
He paused.
Cheer.
The echo of your...
To your... I am Jehan. Of course, quid will come.
He points.
I know it's there. My caged guests have confirmed that, of course. You are but a mortal. For now, consider it a test. Kill the demon, and let me shake your hand. The demon's guise, or vessel. One can't be quite like all of his ilk. He is kind. He is charming. There is no such thing as... My advice is to strike before he even has a chance to speak. Above all else, remember that. I met him
He looks you up and down.
Aren't we all?
He smiles brightly and pulls you in for a short, if warm.
You've done me proud, Godwoken. Prouder than you could ever. I know how twisted the paths can get. How much more but you know it's the darkest roads that lead. The nature of my lesson, though, might be somewhat different from what you expect. All life, after all, sustains itself by
He waves a hand to the cage in demonstration.
The very same. For the sum of through demise, a chance of divinity. Then let us...
Jahan's incantations befog your mind. All of you is thumping blood, pumping, pumping, pumping. Then, all you hear, then all that is screaming. From the cage to... Silence.
That is all. Their suns have set to... You are very powerful already. A master of the source.
He hands you a book, hot to the touch. A sparkle with source.
My pleasure. And now that the lesson has ended, you see, the demon that you might say the advocate compared to his master, like the pussycat compares to the tiger. The self-same tiger, I suspect, that has been haunting Lohse. Now don't you worry. I have no intention of sending you after this archdemon. There are few enough Godwoken as it stands for me to force them into any. The one thing I would like you to do for me, though, is to return through the mist to the Isle of Blood and uncover there his name.
Jahan looks at you utterly flabbergasted, but soon an air of serenity descends upon him. That of
a Dramalik. You have to admire his cunning. To think that in his guise of Deva, he and I shared the finest wines in the realm. Stories of the women we have loved. Thank you, Godwoken. You have done me an unparalleled service, and you've quite humbled me at the same time. You must go your path, I mine, so that I may confront the archdemon in his lair, in the great city of Arx. Please accept this token of gratitude. You have done me a great service. The time has come to serve you, if I can. Are you ready, Lohse?
Right. Really? Okay, yes. What? I'm ready. Totally. Is it just me, or did it just get really sweaty in here?
I won't lie. This will be rough, Lohse. Our foe is a true archdemon. We know him now. A Dramalik. There is a great power in names. Just like Source is the language of creation, the demon's true name is the core of its existence. It's be-all or end-all. with his name we may undo him. That will be our attempt. As for you...
His dark eyes flash at you.
You must not disturb us, no matter what.
He nods respectfully in return, then focuses on Losa once more.
Close your eyes, Losa. Do as I do.
Jahan takes Losa's hands and begins inhaling slowly, deeply, then exhaling audibly through his mouth. Losa's breaths match. They begin to hum in unison, a low, rumbling note held over several out-breaths. The humming grows louder and louder until...
Quiet! Adramalik!
Losa suddenly lunges forward, her hands reaching for Jahan's throat. Jahan steps away, and Losa tumbles to the ground before quickly scrambling to her feet. Losa's eyes are ink black, her skin corpse grey. Her chest heaves in rapid pulses as she stares intently at Jahan.
Adramalik, thousand-named nemesis, Lord of Soot, come shake black hands with me. Leave her. Leave her. Come play with me.
This is none of your business, Jahan. How many times do I have to convince you to keep your nose out of my affairs?
Listen to me, demon. I know why you chose her. I know what it is you fear the most, and therefore desire the most. But I'll not let her serve you any longer.
Losa's a good host, Jahan. We're going places. It's no concern of yours.
Mashtun Apathan Shdanelu, Kaumel Saravel, Damarel Saravel.
He places a palm on Losa's forehead. She falls to her knees, seemingly overcome by some unseen force.
You petulant would-be king. You're nothing. She is mine. She is mine.
Kaumel Saravel, Damarel Saravel, Mashtu, Shdanelu.
Losa's eyes roll back in her head. She groans, her face slack and lifeless, while her body racks with spasms. Jahan draws his palm back from her. She is rigid.
It's no use. It's too late. I failed her. The demon's not coiled around her heart. He's become her heart. Losa's soul is buried very deeply, deeper than ever before. Adramalik may never allow her to resurface again. She's lost, bewildered. A stranger in her own soul, desperately trying to... She's fighting a battle for her life, for her very self. It's a battle she may yet win, even if only temporarily. But she'll need your help. You must call her spirit back from the dark. Guide her into the light. Let your voice be the shepherd that leads the lamb through the valley of wolves. Go on, call to her.
She stirs, barely. Her eyes flutter open and dart around in a panic. They come to a focus on you.
Hey, Chief.
Well done. Very well done indeed.
Only just.
I am truly sorry, Losa, that I couldn't exorcise the demon, but do not despair. I will not give up on you. We must simply take a darker path still. Confront Adramalik in his lair, and deal with the demon face to... You almost have to admire his cunning. to think that in his... To the city of Arx you must go. I will travel with you, if I may. I will meet you both there. You'll yet...
Hey. No, I'm not all right. That wasn't okay. It was like dying. I was all alone in the dark, in the deep, deep dark. And I suddenly knew as clear as day that I didn't exist, that no one would ever know me, and then... And then I heard your voice. I heard you calling, and I followed it. It was all I had in the darkness. It was the only thing I could find. Just you. Nothing else. What the hell do I do with that?
Tears stream down her cheeks. She steps forward and wraps her arms around you.
I'm not even a real person, you know. I've got this thing in me, and my chance of getting better is getting smaller all the time.
She holds on to you for a long moment before stepping away, wiping her face. Eventually she smiles.
I'm damn lucky I met you, Chief.
Woke up this morning in a sweat.